Kate, good morning to you. This is very devastating. Just looking at your statement, you actually say that Raymond Louw and his wife, Jin, died within 24 hours of each other. Do we know the cause of death of these two people?
Yes, we do. Yeah, I mean, an absolute tragedy, but in another way, the fact is that they were such a close couple that it kind of, in a strange sort of way, made sense that they kind of died, within 24 hours of each other. So Jean died, she had a fall and then was in frail care and died, and she died before Raymond, and then Raymond died at 2 a.m. last night. He had been in hospital, he'd had an operation, and then he was in ICU, and people, in his family were hoping that he might get better, but then he died at 2 a.m. this morning.
You also describe Raymond Louw as someone who was a giant within the media fraternity. Talk to us about some of his work, not just in SANEF, but also as a journalist, a practicing journalist.
Yeah, so I mean, he has this unbelievable career that stretches all the way back decades and decades. I mean, he was the second editor of the very, very famous Rand Daily Mail. He did an incredible amount of work. So he was a newspaper editor, and he did an incredible amount of work on a range of different organizations. So he was a tireless member of the Freedom of Expression Institute. He was an absolute stalwart for the Institute for Advancement of Journalism. He sat on the SOS Support Public Broadcasting Coalition Executive Committee. He won countless awards. Awards nationally, internationally. He was actually given an award as a media freedom hero, an international award in that regard. And also just to say that he worked in terms of a lot of legislation and policy work. So, for instance, he was absolutely committed to the Promotion of Access to Information Act. He also worked on a lot of issues around the protection of journalist sources, which is absolutely key to journalism. So, on every single front, he worked on media freedom, and he was in fact called Mr. Press Freedom in terms of his incredible work that he'd done.
All right, Kate Skinner, thank you very much. She is a member of SANEF, the South African National Editors Forum, just speaking to us there about the sad passing of Raymond Louw.